publisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvajnapitas. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is a collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. This brings us to a conclusion of the introduction to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and today's program. For each and every one of you who is joining us for the first time, welcome to this very special, unique spiritual feast where you will be able to interact personally, close to close with the avatar, with the divine. In the next segment, we will be entering into the power demonstration, one of the most unique segments in today's program, led by Manitya Madhurananda and Nithyananda Gurukul Balasan. And we will be right back with you after a very short break for this segment.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. Nithyanandam, everyone, welcome back. And now we will be moving on to the next segment where we will be seeing the live demonstration of the extraordinary powers of Paramashiva. Today, the Balasans, the Nityananda Yogis, and the initiate disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be demonstrating the powers of third eye and sharing with all of us the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakening in us through the Diksha. In today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiation into the third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded, and third eye, for all of you who don't know where it is located and you might have a question about it, then the answer for all of you is that the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation one can effortlessly express the powers of Paramashiva and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. Now we will see what are Shaktis. In the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. Manifesting powers are described as a science, method, and system for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shakti is manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. Now, for all of you who have the question about what is the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis, as you may have heard the term Siddhis before, the difference is that Shaktis express from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru, and are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from your enlightenment. And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, who is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality, as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence. He performs the Panchakritya, or the five cosmic acts of Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Tirobhava, pulling out a delusion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all living entities. And now the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the thousand-nath living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva, and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, and the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and power manifestation were lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the first time in the modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving these sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking pace, which has not been accomplished before by anyone. And the next is the Guru Parampara, where all of this knowledge and the science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next generation through the initiation, the Diksha. The supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivoham and Paramashivoham. Now all of you can see the pictures of all of the great enlightened beings and gurus who have trained and taught the supreme point of Hinduism since a young age. Mata Vibhudananda Puri and many more. Swami Yogananda Puri, Tirunal Swami. And now for everyone who might have the question about how we can awaken these Shaktis in us, is every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. The science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas. The first is the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which is the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified these sciences. And the next is the Atma Pramana, or an account from the supreme point of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience on power manifestation, and the Pratyaksha Pramana, or empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. The Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. Agamas are also the scriptures where the applied technology and applied science is expanded. And the Vedas and Agamas, which are a living applied science, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva and they are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. And now, let us get ready to witness a very unique, very exciting live demonstration of the power manifestation. We will be first getting into the power of third eye. The Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. The translation for this verse is by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by the stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals a new objective place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Natumam shakyase drashto manenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyam me yogamaishwaram. Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. In the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated and described by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. The next is the Atma Pramana. In Swamiji's own words, the experiences that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me. The next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, where using a PET, a positron emission tomography, the brain waves of the Supreme Point of Hinduism himself was measured, and it was measured that when doing daily activities, there was high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located, and when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active, and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. Now, we will be entering into the live demonstration, the Sakshi Pramana of the power manifestation. We will be back in just a few minutes. Please stay tuned for experiencing and witnessing the live demonstration of the power manifestation.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness.
Yes, so now I welcome you all back, and we will be getting into the live demonstration of the power of third eye. So today I have with me Manitya Amritananda and myself, Manitya Madhurananda. And today, for the power of third eye, I will be using this eye band. So it is certified by ophthalmologists, and this in front it's just a thick opaque plastic sheet, and then behind thick sponge, which does not allow any light to enter. You also can see that there is no gaps anywhere. And my eyes will be going into these two holes over here. Now Amrita will be putting it on my eyes. And once that is done, I request any of the viewers who are watching us now, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and I will be reading the comments. You can move it a little to the left. Yes. Okay, so now I have the eye band put on me. I will be turning to my right, my left, up and down. So as you can see that there is no gaps anywhere around my eyes in a way that I can see with my physical eyes. Now Amrita will be projecting the YouTube comments in front of me. I guess right now it's open only for the members to put the comments. So I request any of the members, the YouTube members, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and I will be reading it. You can put anything which you would like me to read. And till we get some comments, I have this guaranteed solution book with me. And with this book, I will be reading any random page from this book. There is nothing inside the book, it's all empty. Just the contents of the book. Ma Amrita will be now opening a random page and giving it to me, and I will be telling you all the page number and the contents of the page, what is written on the page. So yes, all of you could see that she has opened a page randomly. Now I will be reading the left side of the page, the left page. So it is page number 184, and it says, when you are reborn in this fashion, you will be free from the grips of all worries, illnesses, and other emotions. Even if any of these happen to you, you will be able to handle them with ease that you never knew before. You will be able to become an observer of everything that is happening to you and around you. So that is the first para which is on this page over here. I hope all of you can see. And yes, maybe you can project the comments. Okay, looks like we still are waiting for some more comments. In that time, I will be reading another page. So Mamita, you can open a random page. Okay, so now she has opened a page, all of you can see. Yes, so this is page number 519 on this side. And there's a story on the page, so I'll just be reading a story. There's one paragraph and then a story. I'll be reading the story. So it says, a small story. One man was on a cross-country rail. He spent all his time in the observation car watching the passing scenery outside. An elderly lady was seated next to him, and he told her that the best part of the journey was the breathtaking scenery outside. The lady shook her head, sat for a while looking out of the window, and left. A little later, the lady came back, sat for a short while looking out of the window, and then got up and went. After some time, she came again, and this time she sat behind him. After a few minutes went by, she tapped him on the back and asked, "Excuse me, but do you see something that I don't?" And then it says laughter with an exclamation mark in brackets. So if you can see the story here. Yes, and with this, now I will be removing the IBAN. So Mamita will be removing the IBAN from me. All of you can see that the entire time I did not touch the IBAN, as to make it more foolproof, the yogi or the Balasan manifesting power does not touch the IBAN. So all you can see that it's just as it is when we showed you before the demonstration. And now with this, we will be moving on to the next power of body scanning. We will be back in just a few minutes.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Yes, so now we'll be entering into the power of body scanning.
And in this power of body scanning, it awakens the ability to scan any illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and provide solutions through the third eye.
So the Shastra Pramana, scriptural reference to manifest the power of body scanning. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyachyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes completely complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Parashakti Akashic, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens.
And the Apta for the power of body scanning is from the life of a Siddha. Terayar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatyar. One day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatyar for healing. Agatyar uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agatyar immediately instructs Terayar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, he gains the name Terayar.
So here's Atma Pramana, an account from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam's life that time tested and authenticated this time. So on the 22nd December 2019, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, revealed how he uses the power of body scanning. In paraphrasing his own words, only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened and where the problem had manifested. So, So now we will be witnessing the Sakshi Pramana, where we will be demonstrating the power of body scanning after a small break.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. So now we will be continuing.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Also sorry for the technical glitch. Now we will be continuing.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Swamiji is also saying, I use allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, and now all of you can see on the screen being projected the Sakshi Pramana, the experiences of few of the thousands of the initiate disciples by the Supreme Point of Hinduism. So here you can see a few screenshots of the people, the devotees who have shared their experience of the power of body scanning, the Sakshi Pramana. And now we will all be witnessing a live demonstration of these extraordinary powers. So whoever would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scanning for you. I already see few comments. Shri Hiranyavarnananda Nithyanandam, I would like a body scan. So my Pragnana, you can start for Hiranyavarnaya. And I see Ma Dolly Reddy, who has asked a body scanning for Kiyashini, pain in the liver and stress. She has permission. Okay. And also for Shanbhagavalli, pain in the joints. Okay, Ma. First I will be doing it for a body scanning for Ma Kiyashini, and then we will go to Ma Shanbhagavalli. Yes, Ma Pragna, you can go ahead.
Yes. So I was able to see that you're facing frequent throat pain and cold. So I was able to see that it is because of your own doubt on your body. It is not having anything to do with your body's health, or it is not anything to do with your body's problem, but your cognition problem, which is causing it in a physical way. So I was able to see that you should go and do the Nitya Kriya, the Kriyas that Swamiji has posted. It is available in the websites, so you will be able to go and find it there. So you should do the Kriya and help your body to align back in a physical manner and in a cognition level.
Yes. So Srinti Hiranyavarnananda, you can get back in the comment section if you are able to relate to what Ma Pragnana revealed. And Ma Dolly Reddy, I was able to see that for Kiyashini, I was able to see that the pain, as you have asked for something specific, I was able to see that the pain in the liver is caused because of there's lots of acidity kind of thing, like in the food which he's eating is not a balanced diet, and that is also causing acidity in the stomach and liver and everywhere around the body, and it's because of that there are lots of imbalances in the body, and that is causing the pain in the liver. And I was able to see for the stress, it is actually unnecessary stress for whatever uh problems and uh things which he's doing. The stress which she's taking on herself is actually unnecessary. If she just sits for some time and plans out things little properly, or even if uh, the planning is not done, if she consciously decides to not get stressed and focus on the work without getting stressed, that will help her to come over the stress. Because I was able to see that it's just unnecessary stress. It's not um actually putting any, like, the stress is not putting any negative impact on the body. But of course she should come out of the stress, and actually it is unnecessary. And I was also able to see that um in her legs, like just from the knees to the feet, in that area there is like few patches of like they're just few small patches, like it looks like blood clots, I guess. Yeah. It's like small blood clots, which maybe like 3 or 4 in the right leg I was able to see. For that I was able to see if she keeps her legs in a little higher in a higher level when she sleeps for like 1 week, that will be healed. And for her livers and for the acidity in her body, if she just starts a balanced diet, it will become fine. So like more fruit juices, more vegetables, and um uh maybe you can have like 1 meal of rice, 1 meal of chapatis, and 1 meal of fruits. More she should take more fruits and vegetables in her diet. And yes, so this is what I was able to see for Kiyashini Ma already. So if she's there, or she can get back in the comment section, or you can also put back in the comment section um about if you were able to relate to what was revealed. And Ma Pragnana, you can start scanning for Ma Shanbhagavalli, as there's pain in the joints, so you can start scanning for her.
I was able to see that the cause for the joint pain, especially the knee and the ankle pain, I am able to see that it is an issue with your digestive system. I was able to see that you need to consume more haritaki and do a little bit of yoga. The best solution is Nithyananda Yoga. So I was able to see um, this will help you with your joint pain.
So Ma already, you can get back in the comment section if you were able to relate what Ma Pragnana revealed for Ma Shanbhagavalli and what I revealed for Ma Kiyashini. And for everyone else who would like a body scan, and maybe I guess today, as only members are able to put the comments, I guess many of you are not able to put the comments also. And for everyone else, even the members who would like a body scanning. Every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, we will be having the power manifestation segment with the preparations for the Parashakti Akashic readings. So all of you are welcome again to come and put your comments for a body scanning and for various other powers. And we will be more than happy to do a body scanning for you. And with this, I thank all of you for joining us for this power manifestation segment. Please stay tuned for the further segments. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Thank you, Nityananda.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to all of the viewers who are joining us for today's program. Many of you have already viewed, have already just seen the power demonstration by the Gurukul Balasants, and many of you who have even been able to participate in the body scanning power, meaning that Gurukul Balasant has scanned your body actually you should be aware, you should know that in this divine powers of the third eye, when they scan your body, not only they are scanning for certain for any kind of ailment, suffering, for anything like that, but also they are actively sending the positive healing energy, the pure energy of Paramashiva to you, and directing that to whatever you are suffering in your life at the moment. So it might be anything, but you can be sure that it will heal, and the healing process has started, especially once they have interacted with you, they expand your body. And because once it falls, once your energy and the being falls under the third eye, it is immensely powerful, and you manifest the state and manifest the exact connection, the Shakti Nipada and entanglement that with the Gurukul Balasans, and experience oneness with Paramashiva. So now we will begin the next segment in today's program, the introduction to Devi Parashakti, as well as the introduction to the Akashic readings. Devi Parashakti is the cosmic divine mother, and she is the source of all of each and every one of us, and source of all of the billions and billions of universes, multiverses that exist today. She is the source Shakti, the source energy, and the source power of the whole existence. And not only that, she is manifesting today for each and every one of us to answer our prayers, to answer our deep seeking, our yearning for attaining oneness with Parashakti and Paramashiva. And she's answering each and every one of our questions, whatever it may be. So today we will enter into the segment on how Devi Parashakti manifests. What are the divine qualities which she embodies, and how to receive Devi Parashakti traditionally, and also then how we can understand the Akashic reading, how to make that breakthrough happen in your life. Yes, so to begin, let us begin with the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti.
So the Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti is from the Lalita Sahasranama. Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Maudi Spurate Taranayaka Shekharam Smitamukhi Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyam Alipurna Ratna Chashakam Raktotpalam Pipratim Saumyam Ratnakatastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambika.
And the translation: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in vermilion red body with triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus.
Arunam Karunam Tarangatakshim Dritapashankushapushpabanachapam Animadiviravrita Mayukai Rahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavanim.
And the English translation: I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color, and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays, and she is the self within me. Now, Devi is the ultimate feminine consciousness. Parashakti, the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and go in. She is the source of all the big bangs and black holes. And Parashakti is the source, Shakti, source energy, source power, from which all of us came, in which all of us are even in right now, and in which all of us are going to merge.
And out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
In the words of Devi Parashakti herself, as she read out from the cosmic archives, raising as Omkara, expressing as the Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Himkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in the 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is Kailasa's Sripura Chintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as Paramashiva Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara to give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranya Garbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shyami, Chandramauli, Rapala Parna, Uma Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I am blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you. I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
Again, in the words of Devi Parashakti herself, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva, manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, Jnana, growing as four Vedas, expanding as five Panchabhutas beyond six chakras, filled as Gotras of seven Rishis, expanding as eight directions, existing as nine Grahas, blossoming as 10 Indriyas, and being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life, to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good. Parashodasi Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you.
Yes. Now, let us understand how to receive Devi Parashakti. First, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism guides us. Literally, when Devi Parashakti appears there, you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at the same time, at the same moment. And she is there in your screen. And so we should always receive her very traditionally. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism guides, therefore, keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of the screen and watch Devi. In the Hindu tradition, the coin is actually considered a traditional dakshina. It can be of the lowest value, and in India, it can even be 1 paise. In the US, it can be even 1 cent or 1 penny. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism really clarifies that it's not about trying to monetize. It is okay if it's even just 1 penny. After 100 days, it'll be $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay.
And that offering which you make to Devi, after the darshan is over, you can do namaskar and eat the banana, the betel leaf, and the betel nut. And you can take it as prasadam immediately. And the coins which you collect, you can send it to the LA temple. And you all might be thinking, what is the importance of the betel leaf and betel nut, and what difference does it make? So this betel leaf and betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will see how much it adds to your sentiment, and that really she is there. You will not take the Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior.
Yes, so now in the next slide, we have a couple of examples about what are all of these offerings, what the betel leaf looks like. If you have never seen them before, you can get it at a Indian store near you, or you can try to Google it and order it. And the betel nut as well as banana. And also you can offer any coin as you prefer, as you wish. And here in the center, there is a sample plate of the tambulam, which is just a sample which you can arrange and offer to Devi Parashakti upon the darshan. Later on today, we'll have a little bit of time to get prepared for the darshan of Devi Parashakti. And you can prepare it just like this. So now let us enter into the next segment, where we are understanding the Akashic readings. and how they work, how they create breakthrough in your life. Yes, thank you so much. So we have Akashic readings. So what are Akashic readings? The Akashic readings are, we can go to the previous slide. Yes, Akashic readings are created in space. Whatever is happening, whatever has happened in time is there as a file, and nothing can be destroyed. Please understand, none of your actions, thoughts, plans, emotions, words, nothing, absolutely nothing can be destroyed. The Akashic records are the cosmic archives of everything that has happened, happening, and will happen. And
The Akashic records are
yes.
the Akashic records are the verbal, visual, five-dimensional documents, and whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. All the information you collected from all your births is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same things again and again.
Yes. And many of you might have gone to have your horoscope read or your future readings and all of that, but please understand that the Akashic reading is incomparable to anything that you have done before. It is not a prediction, it is a reading from the cosmic archive. And there is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. And in the dimension of time actually starts the past, present, and future. But in the Akashic records, there is no past, present, and future. And that is why what you call as happened, happening, and yet to happen are already clearly recorded.
And in Swaminji's own words, what he says about the Akashic reading, nobody has a right to comment on these readings. Nobody has a right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has a right to interpret, comment these readings. They're complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, does not need any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. When you listen to these great readings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated and broken. And these great truths settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment.
As the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme concept of Hinduism has graced humanity with the blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to our questions, the yearning of seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. Any answer that is given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of Akashic reading is from the Jnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 61, Sutra 84. आकाशं विमलं पश्यन् कृत्वा दृष्टिं निरन्तरां स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात्.
And the English translation, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one gaze from the third eye, without blinking continuously, and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. And in the Hindu Purana, the Mahabharata narrates the story of the great sage Maitreya, which is the Apta Pramana of the power of Akashic reading. The great sage Maitreya, who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth in the human form, and he gives the reasons of all of sage Vidura's suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but the incarnation of Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. And he was to play the part of a so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Mandukamani.
And for all of you who may be thinking, what are the benefits of the Akashic reading? The Supreme Point of Hinduism says, all the information you collect from all your births is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic codes, will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown sufferings, leading you to experience enlightenment, Paramashivoham.
Yes, and only an avatar can read the can alter or update the Akashic records. Like now, the initiated Balasans can view the Akashic records. However, only an avatar can alter, edit, upgrade, and change the Akashic records. During the darshan and dikshas by the SPH, he blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotee.
And for everyone who has a question about what you can ask in the Akashic reading, you can ask the most accurate and unbiased answer to any questions about your life, destiny, purpose, or any everyday part of your life. Or be spiritually healed of physical and emotional problems with just a look or a word. And understand the reasons behind your life's happenings. Receive blessings to fulfill your right desires. And also get the clarity to redesign your future.
Yes, so this brings us to a conclusion to the segment on the Akashic record, and we will be moving on to the next segment of today's program. Stay tuned, and we will be right back with you after a quick break.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to all of the viewers. Now, if you are joining us from around the world, and you have just seen the last segment on what is the Akashic records, how to make a break happen in your life, then now in the next segment, we'll just want to take a few minutes to explain to each and every one of you how you can ask your question. So I request the volunteer if we can project the slides on how to ask the questions at platforms. There's a different set of slides for the different social media platforms and how to ask the questions. Yes, we can just pull those up. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, and perhaps you are just today understanding about Devi Parashakti Akashic readings. Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother, the energy of the divine feminine consciousness, manifests through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and answers the questions of every single one of us who deeply pray and sincerely request Devi Parashakti's divine blessings in our life. Devi Parashakti had literally manifested since April this year, after the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism did a 35-day fast. And after that, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism began manifesting Devi Parashakti, and all over social media, people began pouring their requests, their prayers to Devi Parashakti. And now if you'd like to join the thousands of people who have been transformed since Devi Parashakti began manifesting on planet Earth through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now we will just go through a couple of steps on how you can ask your question. Now, first of all, on YouTube, which many of you might be watching this from, you can first of all make sure that you are a member of the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. And this membership is a very easy process that you can just go through in a few minutes. And after that, you can ask your questions in the comment section of the video, of the live video. Make sure that you're asking the question during the live Bhava Samadhi Darshan, and only then will Devi Parashakti be actually reading your comments and answering them. So if you get the opportunity, you will have the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti answering your question. And it's not just that she might answer, she might give one look or one word or any kind of grace, but all of that is just pouring auspiciousness into your life. The next option that you have is Facebook. So if you want to, you can go to our Facebook page, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page. And this is the official page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So make sure that you are liking and following this page, and you'll be able to have access to all of the different events, the live Bhava Samadhi darshans, and even the temple rituals and the continuous 24/7 celebrations that are ongoing today, ongoing every single day of the year. And after that, once we have the Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan, you can ask your question in the comment section of the live event, of the live video of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Now, the next option we have is on Twitter. Now, if you want to ask your question through Twitter, it's a very easy process. You just have to reply to the tweet of the live Nityananda TV or the live Baba Samadhi Darshan feed. So just reply and use the hashtag #AskTheAvatar in order to popularize and ensure that we are associating the questions and everything with the hashtag #AskTheAvatar. And the next platform that we have here is also Instagram. Make sure that you are following the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the official handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on Instagram. And you can ask your questions in the comment section of the post for Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. So there'll be a post made during the live darshan of Devi Parashakti Akashic reading in Instagram. You just have to go to the comments and ask your questions there. You can also use the hashtag #AskTheAvatar in Instagram as well. Now, if you are not very privy to social media, maybe you don't even have social media accounts, that's okay. You can go to kailasa.org and you can view the WhatsApp direct message to through WhatsApp to have Devi Parashakti read or answer your question and bless you during the live Bhava Samadhi Darshan. You can request your prayers, you can ask the questions you have, that you can ask for any boon that you want through the WhatsApp chat. And it is another way that Devi might see your question and be able to answer you during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Now, perhaps you don't have WhatsApp as well. In the website also, there is an option for the live chat, and you can chat just through the website and ask the questions that you might have and request the prayers to Devi Parashakti. Now we'll be moving on to the next segment in today's program, understanding Devi Parashakti's revelations on immunity. Now, Devi Parashakti has been continuously manifesting every single day, and not only answering our questions and answering our individual prayers, but as well guiding the whole humanity in a time where we are literally navigating in the dark about our future, about our life circumstances, about situations that we are facing, and literally trying to grasp our way as if we are a blind person trying to go about our daily life. So now let us enter into the next segment in today's program about understanding about how Devi Parashakti has revealed on the human immunity during the coronavirus pandemic. In this segment, we will be breaking down some of Devi Parashakti's Akashic readings, and part by part showing to each and every one of you how what Devi Parashakti had forewarned, has manifested into reality and is the ultimate truth, and how we should follow Devi Parashakti's ultimate guidance now that we know for sure that her words are the truth. So yes, let us start with the presentation that we have on the Akashic reading given and revealed to the world by Devi Parashakti. We can go to the next slide. Yes. Moving on to the next slide. Yes. So I request the NTV volunteer if you can project this slide on the immunity. Yes. As we are getting that sorted out, I invite all the viewers also to share this satsang and share this link in all of the social media platforms with all of your friends and your family whom you interact with on social media, and take this opportunity to share with as many people as possible about the Parashakti Akashic reading. Yes, this is the presentation. Let's get started. Yes, so we can go to the beginning of this presentation. Yes, let's get started. Now, Devi Parashakti has revealed Akashic readings on where we are in the world today, about how the world is ongoing in the world today, helping each and every one of us go from where we are currently, from the ground to the universe, to the ultimate, to achieve the ultimate experience. The next slide, please. Yes, we can go on to the next slide. Next slide, please. The next slide, yes. So out of her extreme compassion, we can go to the previous slide. We can go to the previous slide. The previous slide, please. We'll go back. Yes, we'll start. Yes. So today, let us see about what Devi Parashakti has revealed about the ongoing coronavirus pandemic and the immunity of human beings after being infected by coronavirus. Let's just see a few of the statistics. We have over 100 million, 86,000 million, 164,000 and 398 confirmed cases and 4 million deaths all over the world. And we have about 170 million recoveries. And overall, if we see the breakdown of the top 5 worst affected countries, we see USA at 33 million, India catching up at 30.7 million, and we have Brazil, France, Russia as some of the worst hit countries for the coronavirus. And these are just some of the statistics that were taken out that is known to the world and that we're able to report. However, there's so much ongoing. There's so much that is just not being able to report just due to lack of lack of visibility of certain things and certain reports that are ongoing. The next slide, please. Yes. So now let us watch this brief clipping of what Devi Parashakti revealed.
That's the first priority. Still, you are all not realizing the power of my words when I say Corona is very much out there with the support of decision makers, rulers, people who are supposed to protect all of you. Due to their irresponsibility, it is there and getting more and more strengthened. It is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms. And all the other diseases which are waiting to attack human bodies, because Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. Human bodies have lost the strength of immunity power. All the multi-layer after effects and side effects of this pralaya in political situations, economical situations, social situations, mental situations, in every level. Cannot be described. Wait. This year, focus on keeping yourself alive.
Yes.
So we will just reiterate Devi's revelations on the 18th of June, 2021. Still, you are not realizing the power of my words when I say Corona is very much out there. With the support of decision makers, rulers, people who are supposed to protect all of you, due to their irresponsibility, it is there and getting more and more strengthened. It is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms, and all other diseases which are waiting to attack human bodies, because Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. Human bodies have lost the strength of immunity power. All the multi-layer after effects and side effects of this pralaya in political situations, economic situations, social situations, mental situations, in every level cannot be described. Wait, this year, focus on keeping yourself alive. So today we will look into some of these revelations and understand exactly how they are manifesting in our world today. The first revelation that we will look at is how Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies.
Yes, we can go on to the next slide. So we have a very reputable magazine here, Science Daily. First of all, Devi Parashakti revealed on 18th June 2021 that Corona had made the immunity strength weak in human bodies, and human bodies have lost the strength of immunity power. Now, new research suggests that a coronavirus infection alters the biomechanical properties of the red and white blood cells, in some cases for months, a possible explanation for a long-term suffering from COVID. Now, if many people do not know, of course, red and white blood cells are, of course, a part of your blood circulation and your immune responses. And here we also have, when this article was published by the Science Daily, was at least 11 days after what Devi Parashakti had revealed. So almost 11 days after, one of the most reputable science magazines is sharing what exactly Devi Parashakti have revealed, and thus showing us how Devi Parashakti is guiding us legitimately through this coronavirus pandemic. The next slide, please.
And as Devi revealed, the immunity strength in human bodies is weakening. So, according to this article, you can see that the COVID-19 significantly changes the size and stiffness of the red and white blood cells, sometimes over the course of months. These results may help to explain why some affected people continue to complain of symptoms long after an infection. So many cases that are being seen where people are recovering from their infection, they're not diagnosed positive anymore, but they're still facing some of these long-term effects, such as fatigue, tiredness, etc. And it's now being understood is because it directly affects the body, the red and white blood cells, the immune system, and even months after recovery from their initial onset of infection.
Yes, and people even losing the sense of smell, sometimes not being able to touch and taste things. Even these are the long-term effects that many people are facing after they have already recovered as per their lab reports from coronavirus. The next slide, please.
So how does corona actually affect the body? The article from the Academy of Medical Sciences says that the way the body defends against the virus is to recognize and neutralize it, like in any situation with a virus. However, Forbes explains that the corona suppresses the immune system by disrupting the actions of the body's immune cells. So just as Devi has revealed, it actually affects, the virus actually affects your body's immune strength. It weakens immunity. This immunosuppression allows for the 2-week incubation period, which gives corona enough time to attack the body. So this is why people have such a severe onset infection, because it directly affects the immune system. Next slide, please.
And here we have the graph below, which shows a typical timeline for someone who is suffering from COVID virus.
So as you can see, the initial incubation period is about 5 days. Then they have the prodromal period where it's about another 5 days. And then the acute onset of infection, which is usually where people are admitted to the ICU. And within the 2nd week of the onset of infection, many people will recover, but many people also will continue to experience symptoms and have to sometimes remain in the hospital for weeks or months afterwards. So this is, and then even many times when they recover, as many people have shared with the experience of long COVID, as it's called, that they're still experiencing symptoms many, many months after their 2 weeks or after their recovery of their initial onset of infection.
And some even worse cases, not being able to talk, not being able to breathe, even after the COVID has long left their system. So it does do a significant amount of damage to the body and to the system. The next slide, please.
So
we also have the impact of COVID-19 that cannot be dismissed. So here we can clearly see how COVID is amidst other deadly diseases and diseases throughout history. So we have a timeline here about different diseases and how they have affected humanity, and how coronavirus is affecting humanity currently. So the circled virus is the coronavirus, and we can go on to the next slide.
Yes, and you can see actually from that, it's about 3.9 million people have been affected in comparison, which is just a recent virus that has been, sorry, can we go back to the previous slide? So about 3.9 million people have been affected by it, which is since 2019. However, from 1981, if you compare with HIV/AIDS, which has also been an epidemic, it's from 1981, there's been about 35 million people who have been affected by it. So as you can see, Corona is quickly reaching those, the numbers of more severe, longer known diseases and viruses that have been around for a long time within just about 2 years of it being initially discovered. Next slide, please.
And some of the long-term effects of corona on immunity are also recorded. So further studies done by the University of Oxford found that cells are profoundly impaired after recovering from COVID. And the British Science Society for Immunology has also claimed that the effects of COVID are far beyond respiratory health. It also affects our cardiovascular and renal systems, and which are extremely crucial systems in the body if you do not know. So of course, in examples, we are seeing how the after one has long been recovered from COVID, still compromised in their health.
So exactly as Devi has revealed, that it directly affects the immune system and weakens the immunity of people.
Now, having seen this and having understood this, we should also consider why we might be taking for granted Devi's words, or taking for granted words when she has continuously been saying, protect yourself and ensure that this year we focus on staying alive. When even the research is showing that we are suffering from long-term consequences and people are weaker, the immune system is weaker after you get COVID once. Here we can also see an excerpt on how the human body is affected after COVID-19. The name given to those suffering from COVID-like symptoms after the infection has passed and is called long COVID. And long COVID can affect the lungs, the cardiovascular system, the circulatory system, and it can also cause fatigue and inflammation.
So the excerpt reads that exposure to the disease of COVID-19 causes symptoms in multiple organ systems across the body and is not limited to only the lungs and respiratory systems, as was originally thought. In addition, patients are reporting chronic symptoms such as fatigue, shortness of breath that last for months after the original infection. So just as Devi has revealed, these symptoms and the effects on the immunity are long-term. It is not simply a 2-week infection. Even if many people are recovering within that 2 weeks, there are still long-term effects that science has not fully maybe understood yet even. And that a lot of research is still being done on that. But Devi has clearly stated that this is happening. And as we can see from whatever initial preliminary research that has happened so far, is very much true. And as you can see here are some scans of the lungs after long-term, to see the long-term effects on your immunity and your whole body in general of how it gets damaged after a coronavirus infection. So we can see the healthy lungs on the left side and how the lungs look after there is severe scarring due to the COVID infection.
And of course, if you see the lungs having been a very crucial organ in our body, this affects how we talk, how we're being able to go about our daily lives and daily actions. And our entire life after this are completely changed. And we would not be able to go back to life as it was if we have to suffer COVID and then see the effects of the long COVID on our body. The next slide, please.
So even after contracting corona, your immune system remains weakened and you are more susceptible to illness. So this is just reiterating what Devi has revealed, that The symptoms can last weeks or months after first being infected with the virus, even if you are not necessarily hospitalized or you are not suffering from a severe infection. Even if your infection is mild, you may or may not see symptoms continuing for months. Many people are experiencing these symptoms continuing for months after their recovery, and it has effects on multiple organs, and is not just limited to the heart and the lungs and kidneys, but even affects the skin and brain function, and as Devi has revealed, the immune system as well.
And now let us understand the next revelation that Devi Parashakti made, how that has not manifested, but has literally shown in different ways in across different articles, and how we have seen this literally become reality in front of our eyes. Devi Parashakti revealed that all other diseases which are waiting to attack human bodies we will be susceptible to all of those even after having gotten COVID as well. So we can go on to the next slide.
So as many of us have heard before, the black fungus, white fungus, and other fungal diseases have swept through India, affecting majorly recovered COVID patients. So people who have recovered from COVID, who have survived this severe COVID infections, are oftentimes being infected and nearly fatal infections of black fungus, with more than a 50% fatality rate has been reported for this black fungus and other fungal diseases, especially for COVID victims. So as can be seen, out of the 5,424 cases, about 4,566 patients have a history of COVID-19 infection. So it is specifically this black fungal disease is people who have been infected with COVID previously are mainly vulnerable to it. So even if many people who have recovered from COVID are still suffering, are more susceptible to this black fungal disease, and can have a very severe, nearly fatal infection if infected with black fungal disease. And this is exactly how Devi has revealed about the immune system weakening, being weakened due to coronavirus, and then the other diseases attacking the body because the immune system has been weakened.
Yes, let's go on to the next slide. And also the black fungus, white fungus, and other fungal diseases have swept through India, and even after affecting the recovering and recovered COVID patients. As you can see here, many people who have recovered from COVID virus and are being treated for black fungus. The next slide, please.
And then now we will understand the last revelation that Devi has made in this clip. It is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms. So it, meaning the coronavirus, has mutated and is becoming stronger in different forms. And so we will explore what the research is saying about this specific topic, about different variants, and about how coronavirus is strengthening and affecting more and more people. Slide, please. So other variants of coronavirus have been recently discovered. As many people know, there have been the UK variant and the South African variant, and recently also the Delta variant coming out of India, which has been threatening the country with another severe wave known as the Delta variant, which is known to be much more strong than other variants, especially the initial variant coming out of China. This variant is much, much stronger and can cause severe damage to the population of India. Next.
And we can see here other variants of coronavirus also have been recently discovered, as Purnapriya was describing. And we have the specific the specific variants. So in Kent, UK, we have the scientific name B117, B.1.17, and that is the alpha variant. In South Africa, B.1.351, which is the beta variant. The Brazil variant, which is the P.1, the gamma variant, and in India, B.1.617.2, or the Delta variant, which Ma Purnakriya was describing. So viruses generally mutate, but in the case of COVID, we've seen them become more dominant. And the table shows us the variants that have swept the world. The next slide, please. And these actually were announced and recognized by the World Health Organization.
So the dangers of these variants was further highlighted when the World Health Organization categorized the Delta variant as the most highly transmissible variant of COVID. So this variant, as shared earlier, it is coming out of India, and it is severely threatening the country with another wave. And this article indicates that the Delta variant was the primary cause behind India's second wave of COVID. So this is the reason this variant is spreading across the country. And this is the reason that so many people are being affected in this new wave of coronavirus, which has been sweeping the nation and leaving the people and resources completely devastated.
So this small infographic of the 4 variants that are currently circulating, and we can also see how many countries have been affected by that particular variant. So going through, we have Alpha variant from the United Kingdom, which emerged in September 2020, and it was reported in 173 countries. The Beta variant, which is from South Africa, which was first come in May 2020, reported in 122 countries, and the Gamma variant, which was in 74 countries from November 2020, and it was from Brazil, and the Delta variant, which came out of India from October 2020, which is reported in 104 countries. So
go ahead.
Yes, other variants of corona have been recently discovered. More than 4,500 sequences of the variant have been detected in about 60 countries. This is about, and studies suggest it is around 60% more transmittable than the Alpha variant, which is more contagious than the original strand that emerged in China. And secondary attack rates have been known to be between 51% to 67% higher than that of the Alpha variant. So we also have
one more revelation from Devi Parashakti on the 14th of April, 2021, which is also about coronavirus. So we will just watch that.
ஷர்மிளா, கொரோனா ஒழிந்தது. கொரோனாவை வைத்து அரசியலும் அழிவாட்டமும் செய்ய நினைக்கும் மனிதர்களின் சதிராட்டம் முடிய இன்னும் 4 ஆண்டுகளாகும். என் பக்தர்களையும் சீடர்களையும் கைலாய வாசிகளையும் நானே காத்துக்கொள்கின்றேன், நானே காக்கின்றேன். என் பக்தர்களுக்கு ஒரு துயரும் ஒரு துக்கமும் வாராது. ஆனால் உலகின் இந்த கொரோனாவின் சதியாட்டம் முடிய 4 ஆண்டுகள் ஆகும். 2025 தான் அடங்கும். இது சதியாட்டம், மனிதர்களின் சதியாட்டம்.
So the translation of Devi's revelation is that Corona is destroyed, but it will take 4 years for the political conspiracies done by humans to end. I will protect my devotees, disciples, and Kailasavasis. No suffering will come from my devotees, but it will take 4 years for the conspiracy of Corona to end. It will come to an end only in 2025. It is a conspiracy, human conspiracy. Next slide, please. So, as predicted by Devi, this coronavirus is not going to, not predicted, as revealed by Devi, the coronavirus is not going to end anytime soon. It will continue to affect the human population until 2025. And as per Devi's revelations, we can see that in this article that that even well into October and November of 2021, it is expected that India will be suffering from another wave of COVID, and many other variants are fastly approaching, which can affect the country and create another third wave of coronavirus effect, and continuing to prolong this pandemic that we've all been suffering and waiting for the end to come. But it is, as revealed by Devi, it's going to continue for some time. So with more waves of COVID coming up, what is the best way to protect ourselves? Who has a solution, and how do we protect ourselves in this dangerous time with so many variants and diseases affecting the world? As revealed by Devi, Kailasa is the only place that is safe, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the only hope for humanity. So if you are in India and want to protect yourself, if you want to have a safe place with multi-layer quarantine, you can sign up today to be living in one of the avenues, quarantining yourself in one of the Kailasas in India at kailasa.org/Kailasa-care. And this is the only way to protect yourself if you are living in India at this time, because as been shown by the research, there are many variants and diseases that will be affecting the body and weakening the immunity, making you susceptible to very severe infections and costing maybe much more than you can understand at this moment. So as Devi has revealed, keep yourself alive this year. That is the only priority. That is the only success that you can have this year, is keeping yourself alive. So we'll be right back after a short break.
Totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching.
So welcome back, dear viewers. As Devi has revealed, there are many reasons that you may not be safe in your own home if you're living in India at this moment. So there are Swamiji and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Devi have revealed that the only way to protect yourself this year is through multi-layer quarantine. And the only place in India that is providing such an ambiance and such a protective environment is Adi Kailasa Sattvanipita and Kailasas all over India. So if you want to protect yourself with this multi-layer quarantine, immediately register yourself to go and quarantine in one of these Kailasas in India, where you can experience not only protection and multi-layer quarantine from this COVID pandemic, but experience a beautiful enlightenment lifestyle provided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism during this time with so much of insecurity and instability in this world. You will have a completely different experience with living in Adi Kailash and the other Kailasas in India, where you can experience so many beautiful aspects of the enlightenment lifestyle, such as yoga, puja, experiencing the connection with deities, experiencing the family ecosystem environment that the Kailasas provide, to be able to walk freely in this pandemic time where most people are locked up in their homes. Many Kailasas have several acres of land. Adi Kailash specifically has over 50 acres of land where you will be able to roam freely. And so many people are being affected during this time. And only Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is the only one providing solutions for these people, not only for the people who want to protect themselves in quarantine, but even for the souls who have lost their life to the coronavirus and any other devastation during this time period, during this pralaya. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is directly liberating these souls. Every 2 weeks, every Amavasya and Purnima, every new moon and full moon, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is directly liberating these souls through the Maheshwara Puja, where every being who has been affected by COVID, who has passed on from COVID, who has passed on from any other disease, any natural disasters that have been affecting the world, whether it's landslides or tsunamis or anything that has been affecting the world during this great pralaya, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is directly attending to all of these beings, directly liberating them from their incompletions and giving them the opportunity for completion in their next birth and to be liberated from their karmas in this lifetime. And as we enter into the Maheshwara Puja today, I request all of you to consider how you also can experience this service that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is providing to humanity through the Maheshwara Puja. If you are someone who is either wanting for yourself to be liberated after leaving the body, or are concerned for your family members who have left the body during this pralaya, or even before, your ancestors, your friends, your pets even, who have lost their lives either during this pralaya or even before, you can consider signing up for Maheshwara Puja. And you can visit kailasa.org and sign up for the Maheshwara Puja today, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be directly accepting the pinda for liberating the souls, where the sannyasis, the brahmacharis and brahmacharinis and sannyasis of the Nithyananda order will be sitting for the Maheshwara Puja to help to liberate, for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to liberate these souls and perform the Maheshwara Puja for all the souls suffering during this pralaya who are looking for liberation and completion. And as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has said, he is not against death. There's nothing wrong with death, but do not die in a cheap way. During this time, this pralaya is not the time to die. Now is not the time to leave the body because of the collective negativity that has been consuming the humanity. If you leave the body now, it is will be not the right time to leave the body. But if your loved ones have left the body, the only solace for you is to be able to offer this Maheshwara Puja at the feet of the avatar who will directly liberate these souls. Now we will be entering into the introduction to the Maheshwara Puja after a short break. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
All cultures, time zones, backgrounds, gender, nationality, race, from every creed, so this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All
all powerful cognition, knowledge. Only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happen. This is a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, welcome back, dear viewers. And so far, all of us have been learning and having an amazing journey into the Parashakti, preparing for the Parashakti Akashic, and especially today being Maheshwara Puja, where the Supreme Pontiff is himself going to come to receive the Pinda Darpana and liberate thousands of souls that are yearning for a liberation just by the grace of an avatar. Now, in this segment, the segment that we're going to be having now is a very, very beautiful and a very important segment as well. Because learning about Parashakti, seeing how her revelations have manifested as reality, and learning about who is Devi Parashakti and the Shaktis that we can manifest, so many things. Ultimately, what is important is being able to connect to Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother, and being able to relate with her. It's only through that you can receive the best of experience of the whole Akashic readings. In this segment, let's see how you can connect to Devi Parashakti and to manifest the best of what Devi is. Yes. So in this segment, we will be seeing offering as one of the most powerful ways to connect to Devi Parashakti. Because end of the day, whatever you are, only when you are expressing that in some form, you'll experience, you'll strengthen, deepen the connection more and more. The further slides, please. Yes, you could go to the further slides, ma'am. Yes. Now, what is the significance of offering? Offering is a giving of divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness, and it consists of two parts. There's one of giving and another of accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. That is why in Hinduism, it is not about what you offer, but about how you offer. That's why if you see, even offering of one bilva leaf out of devotion is given way more reverence than offering tons and tons of riches and wealth. Offering is not made out of fear nor out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment, where the person who offers experiences the highest space of gratitude and exhibits that gratitude through the offering to awaken himself in the more in the space of oneness. The further slides, please. The previous slide, ma. So here is a Dhyana mantra of Devi Manonmani, the Moolagama Dhyana mantra. The previous slide, ma. Yunduni bhaveda karavahmi nayanam syat pankajavara bhayaja pakshara yuktam Angahimabhushan vichitravasanam syat.
You could go to the shloka.
Tungamakutojvala manonmani swarupam.
It's the further slides, please. Next slide.
Sorry for the technical glitch. There's a small error in this.
Next one. Yes. Indhuni bhaveda karavahinayanam syat pankajavara bhayajapaksharayuktam angahimabhushana vichitravasanam syat tungamakutojvala manonmani swarupam. The translation is moon-like face holding the Vedas on one hand, fire in the eyes with lotus flower blessing and blessing hand, one hand with the pamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments and wonderful clothes and shining big crown. Her name is Manonmani. There's also one more Shastra Pramana that we have. Dhyaye devim trinetran shashini bhavadanam vedahastam dadhanam divyaira bharan savye padmam varadam apare chabhayam chakshamalam divyaira bharanai vichitra vasanam. Go to the next slide. On the same slide, it could be. Next slide, please. We really apologize for this technical glitch. So let's directly enter into the offerings that we have today. The first offering that we are having is the offering of e-hundi. Where any amount that you want to offer, you can offer at the lotus of Parashakti Akashic.
And actually, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, even as a small child, your parents teach you to make $1 or two, a penny or two, a cent, something. You always are taught to offer something, whether you fall at the feet of elders, and then the elders give you something, they give you fruits or something. So that is how we are bought, because by our very lifestyle, we are taught to express gratitude, and we are always taught that the space of gratitude makes us receive more and more. You could go to the further slides. So the offering of e-hundi is where, now that it is amidst this whole pandemic, wherever you are, you will be able to make an offering and reach out your gratitude, express your gratitude to the divine. The next slide. Here, there's a beautiful verse from Lalita Sahasranama. Bhakti Priya Bhakti Gamya Bhakti Vasya Bhayapaha Shambhavi Sharadharadya Sharvani Sharmadakini. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion. She removes all fear. It's a very beautiful verse which says how Devi, Parashakti, anything that is done out of true devotion, even if it is just offering of 1 paise, she removes the greatest of fears just because she is fond of the people who out of true devotion express their gratitude, love for their devotion. The next slide. The next is the offering of Sankalpa chanting. The Sankalpa chanting is where you take the conscious resolution. Let's say you may have
different things, like you may want to gain wealth, you may want to earn more good position, relationships, any sankalpa that you take, manifesting that as a reality in your life happens. So anything, normally any decision you take, any resolution you take, when you take a resolution in front of the deity, and when you take a resolution in front of the avatar, it becomes a conscious resolution, the sankalpa. And that is why this sankalpa taken in front of Devi Parashakti, manifesting to the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, is one of the most powerful ways for you to seek blessings to manifest a particular reality. Next slide, ma'am. So this is the sankalpa chanting. The next is the Sahasranama Swarna Kasi. The previous slide, please. The Sahasranama Swarna Kasi. Nama Parayana Preeta, the one who loves to be celebrated with all her dimensions, literally any dimensions of Parashakti that you want to celebrate. You can celebrate by offering this Sahasranama Kasi. Sahasranama Swarna Kasi, where each gold point is inscribed with a dimension of Parashakti. The next slide, please. The next is Mukta Angati. मुक्ताहारलसत्किरीटरुचिरां पूर्णेतु वक्त्रप्रभां शृञ्जन्नूपुरकिङ्किणी मणिधरां पद्मप्रभाभासुरां सर्वाभीष्टफलप्रदां गिरिसुतां नीलमासेवितां मीनाक्षीं प्रणतोऽस्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवरान्निधिम्. I bow down to Goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls, and the face shining like a full moon, who wears the anklets that are studded with gemstones, and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of a lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by gods Vani and Rama. I remain forever bowing down to Devi. I remain ever bowing to Goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of the finger ring with a pearl is actually a very, very beautiful offering where you can experience the vast ocean like compassion of Devi Parashakti and especially have breakthroughs in your business endeavors. So if you want to have this, you could offer the Mukta Angu. The next, so you could go to the further slides. The next slide. Swarna Padma Pushpa. The lotus, which is a very auspicious flower, along with the made of gold, especially gold. Literally, and how the Sahasrara Chakra flowers as Sahasrara Padma Pushpa is that flower in gratitude and offer this golden lotus flower and lotus feet of Devi Parashakti herself. It's 600 US. The next slide. The next is the toe ring. The golden toe ring, Swarna Metti. Nakhari Diti Sanchana Namajanna Tamo Guna Padadvaya Prabha Jala Parakita Saroruha. You whose brightness from the toenails destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your two feet overpowers that of the lotus flower and bestows the blessings to all those who bow down to you. Actually, any problem with your relationships you have, you can make this offering. This will bestow an auspicious breakthrough, an auspicious blessing, auspiciousness manifesting in your relationships. So adore the lotus feet of the cosmic mother with the golden tone and have a breakthrough in your relationships. The next slide, please. The next offering that we have is
Swarna Mantika, Devi Parashakti, is described as Sudha Surabhivarshini, she who makes a nectar flow in all her nerves from the Sahasrara. The Mantika, this the hairline jewelry, is literally a representation of how when Sahasrara Chakra flowers, the nectar that is just poured into every nerve of ours. This is just a representation of offer this the gold in the as a gold Mantika, the Swarna Mantika to Devi Parashakti. The next slide, please. The next offering that we have here is, yes, you could go to the next slide. The offering of Pratyaksha Pada Puja.
There's a beautiful line that Sri Adi Shankaracharya sings. It says, Shariram surupam tatava kalatram yasascharu chitram dhanam merutulyam manasche nalagnam gurorangri padme tatakim 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 tatakim. He says you can have a good body, you can have a handsome form, you can have a beautiful wife, you can have ultimate wisdom, riches, name, fame, everything, and even wealth as much, as strong, as unshakable as Mount Meru. But if you do not have a guru to whom you can express your gratitude, of what use is all this? What use? What use? In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, guru is given utmost importance, and what in the relationship of a guru is given utmost importance is worshipping the of the guru. There's a very beautiful verse which says, Ananta samsara samudra para naukari kavyam guru bhakti kavyam. Means just by the only thing that will take you beyond the samsara sagara, like all the ocean of bondages, everything, suffering, just the guru paduka, just your guru bhakti and worshipping of the lotus feet of the guru. Pratyaksha pada puja is one of the most powerful way. Just sitting at the feet of the guru, you can experience, offer your gratitude. The next slide. The next is a Vastra Seva, offering of Vastram to Devi Parashakti, where you adorn her with the clothes and decorate her, expressing your love and gratitude. This bestows you with protection and the blessings of the Guru and the Cosmic Mother herself. Next slide. We will now take you all through a summary of all the offerings that we've seen so far. We've seen the E-Mundi offering, we have seen the Sankalpa chanting offering, we have seen the Devi Sahasranama Swarna Kasa, the golden coin, and we have seen the Mukta Anguti, the finger pearl ring, and we have seen the Swarna Padma Pushpam, then we have seen the Swarna Metti, the gold toe ring, the Swarna Mantika, and we've seen the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and Vastra Seva. So for each and every one of you who want to offer this, we will now take you all through the registration links and how you can make these offerings. So here tiny.cc/Devi-offerings is a link through which you can go ahead and instantly register and make an offering. You can go to the next slide, ma'am. Here we have the registration form. To each and every one of you that are actually seeing right now, there are two forms here mainly which are projected. There are three forms and two main forms.
So in this, the one is an intention. So for example, if you want to offer, whether you have some obstacle or you're interested or you want to suggest this for someone who has questions, you can write to us in tiny.cc/Bhavasamad. Ensure that you are putting everything in lowercase because this is case sensitive. The next is, if you want to make the offering itself, then visit tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. So once you fill in this form, you will then need to fill up the next form, which is tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2020. So now let's just visit this link, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. Yes, you could actually type the link on tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. Offerings. So now let's go through that, how we are going to be going through it step by step now. So I request all of you, you can just see here in the screen which is in front of you. So once you open, I request yes. So once you open this link, you will be led to this page which will say the different offerings. You could go just scroll down and you will see it appear on top where it is called as like right towards the right side. You will see save us and there's an option called choose an option.
Then you can click that and you'll see a drop down list with all these save us.
Yes, you can click that one. You'll see a list of savers. Now let's say you choose Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So you can just click on one of the offerings. Any one offering you can just click. So now you will see the rate coming and you'll see a box with the number 1. So actually that's the box where you can click how many you want to offer. Like you want to offer and one other family wants to offer, so you're paying for both. So you can just put the number 2 over there. And then you can click the button add to cart. So once you click add to cart, it will lead you to the next part where you will be, yes, you can scroll down now. And you will see the total amount. Then you have to click the button called proceed to check out. And then once you click that button, it will lead you to this billing details page. So make sure you fill up everything, all the requirements. If you could scroll down and ensure your all the payment options, and ensure you're also ticking all the check boxes down. Yes, you can scroll more down now. Yes. So make sure you click the checkbox.
And you can go ahead and place your order. So this makes this ensures that you're registering yourself for the seva. And yes, thank you so much. Now each and every one of you that are watching this, each of you can go ahead and once you fill this, please make sure you also fill tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. And it's only with that you are confirming your registration for the event, for the offering. So please make sure that you are making an offering, you're registering for the offering by filling this form. Yes. Yes, we actually request the.
You could stop the screen share now. Thank you so much. And now with this, we are going to be moving to the next segment after a short break.
And enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world world should become e-Kailasian.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home, without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home, without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems
Sarvanya Peethas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem.
I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings.
Nithyanandam. Today, on the auspicious day of the Ashada Amavasya and a special nakshatra, Tiruvattira nakshatra, we're going to offer the Maheshwara Puja to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's pray for liberation for departed souls and our beloved ones, and bring completion in each one of us, with us and the departed souls. With a deep gratitude, with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, let's understand the context of the Maheshwara Puja. Nithyanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamashyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. So, in this Maheshwara Puja, so what powers, powerful cognition that we will learn? in this segment. What happens to the soul after death? How do we choose our next body? What happens to the soul in case of natural death? If the soul has a sudden accident, or if the soul committed suicide. If someone commits suicide, does it affect the next generation? How does Maheshwara Puja help in the journey of a departed soul? So, what is Maheshwara Puja? Maheshwara Puja is offering to the ancient sacred ritual, the oldest ritual in the Vedic tradition. This is offering of food to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, along with all his monastic disciples. Offering food to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is equal to feeding millions of hungry people. This is offered to liberate the departed souls and let them rest in peace, and giving the greatest gift on the planet Earth, that is giving the enlightenment itself to their souls. Regardless of the number of births the soul would have taken, regardless of the soul, while embodied, having been initiated by the master or not, in his lifetime, the master can intervene and make his presence available in the departed soul's life and lead it to enlightenment. This is possible only through Maheshwara Puja. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam says, the best place on the planet Earth to give Pinda Tarpana. Pinda Tarpana is also called Shraddha, is in the remembrance of the departed soul. Every year, the inheritors, the sons, grandsons, offer to the departed soul the food called Pinda Tarpana. It's a ritual that every Hindu follows, gives to their departed ones. So, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says the best place on planet Earth to give Pinda Tarpana is the stomach of a sannyasi. That is the hunger fire, the Jataragni in the stomach, who makes our food digest. And the best fire in which you can offer the Pinda Tarpana is Shraddha, which reaches the departed ancestors or Pitrus directly. According to the Agamas, Soma Sambhu Paddhati says, it is 1,000 times more greater than offering any Shraddha or any Pinda in any river, any water body, any lake, any holy land, any holy place. Offering in the stomach of a living incarnation of Paramashiva is the best form of Pinda Tarpana or Shraddha. In Hinduism, Shraddha, wherein the food is offered to sannyasis for the completion with the departed soul, is called Maheshwara Puja. In the Soma Sambhu Paddhati, Shraddha Vidhi, Sloka, verse 3, it says, Lingino Brahmanasya Shraddhaya Shiva Dikshitaha. That means, the translation goes, the sannyasis and Brahmanas who have been initiated into Shiva Diksha are eligible to be appointed as the representatives of Pitrus in the Shraddha. So, Maheshwara Puja, let's watch a small clip.
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। अथ पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्। अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः। अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा। अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः। तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी। निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसञ्ज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्। न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम। ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः। मनः षट्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति। शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्। क्षोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते। उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः। यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः। यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्। गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्।
So, Maheshwara Puja is to help the departed souls rest in peace. This is the offering of food to the master along with his monastic disciples. Offering of Maheshwara Puja is one of the oldest recorded ritual in the Vedic tradition. This is offered to help the departed soul rest in peace, and gift enlightenment to the soul. Maheshwara Puja is a very important process for completion with any departed soul. In Maheshwara Puja, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and all his sannyasis become an empty space, the bridge for the Sraddha, Pinda, the offerings, the oblations to reach the Pitrus, your loved ones, the elders, or any departed soul. According to the tradition, there are three places: Brahma Kapala in Badri, Kala Bhairava's body in Varanasi, and Vishnu's Paduka in Gaya. In any one of them, you can offer the pinda, that is cooked ball, rice balls. When you offer any of these places, it is, according to the scriptures, it will reach the elders, it will reach the ancestors. And Avatar's body is said to be all three at the same time: the Brahma Kapalas, Kala Bhairava's body, and Vishnu's feet. So, an incarnation is the space of eternal completion. Physically, mentally, spiritually, he is in the space of eternal completion. So, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism accepts or receives the Maheshwara Puja given by you, for those moments, he is the direct representative of the departed souls. He is completing the incompletions you have with the departed souls and the incompletions they have with you. In this completion process, in any completion process with others, when you want to complete with someone who is dead, normally you invoke them in the mirror or any other person and complete. Any one person will sit in front of you and complete. But in Maheshwara Puja, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself sits with you and helps you to complete with the departed souls. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself sits with you, completing with you and the departed soul. Not just emotional, verbal commitments not fulfilled, anything you have not offered them when they were alive. You treated them in the wrong way, or you didn't give them food when they are alive, or medicines, or you didn't take care of them properly. Anything that you feel incomplete about. Each human being has a duty to complete with his Pitrus, the ancestors, elders, his family deity, family guru, parents who were alive, nature which is around you, and your Satguru. All of you are expected to complete with all of them. So if somebody has left the body in this group, any one of this group, and you have some incompletions with them, for example, you did not give them food properly, but you took over their property after they died, or you did not take care of them when they were alive, but you have inherited a huge wealth after they left. So if these or any of the incompletions are there with you, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself sits and liberates you from these incompletions by accepting the offering in the form of food. So actually, since the soul has left already, the food does not reach that soul, but the soul will be liberated from the incompletion it carries with you. So food itself does not reach, but the completion reaches the soul. So you will be relieved from the incompletion you carry with them and become complete. And that being, that departed soul, will be relieved of the incompletions it carries because of your incompletions. So it is like the departed soul would have already taken the next birth. Suddenly, for no reason, he feels relieved from his karmas and he starts progressing in his journey. Wherever he needs to progress, he will feel the sudden shift. So it is like completing the completions at both ends. It is the blessing of an incarnation when he sits and accepts the Maheshwara Puja. It is like when you sit and do Shraddha and Pinda Tarpana on your own, the responsibility is with you. When the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sits and receives the Maheshwara Puja, the responsibility of completing you and completing that being, the departed soul, is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Maheshwara Puja is a method to complete with you and the soul who is departed from your life. Once you offer the Maheshwara Puja, after that you may not need to do Shraddha. Once that every year that we offer on the remembrance of the Maheshwara departed soul. Once the Maheshwara Puja is done, eternally the completion happens. After that, you may not need to do the Shraddha. Shraddha is more like you sitting and doing completion with your efforts. Maheshwara Puja is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism making the completion process happen at the both ends. Can Maheshwara Puja help the soul which has committed suicide? Or as you may be aware that suicide is the worst form of death. Once a soul commits suicide, it has to stay in a terrorized launch till the natural death period. Offering Maheshwara Puja to a soul which has committed suicide will help relax the soul. The only thing you can do to help that soul is Maheshwara Puja. If you have any close family or friends who have committed suicide, Maheshwara Puja will be the great help the soul in its journey. If you feel you need to complete with any departed soul, do not miss offering Maheshwara Puja. You can see some of the pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and all his monastic disciples sitting and offering the Maheshwara Puja. No matter how many births the person would have taken after leaving the body, and no matter if the person has met the master in his life or not, the avatar can intervene and make his presence available in the departed soul's life and lead it to enlightenment. So, what do you need to offer the Maheshwara Puja? The picture of the dead person, departed soul, or if you do not have a picture, at least an astrological chart of the dead person. To make an astrological chart online, you need time of the birth, date of birth of the person, and place of the birth. If you have these three with the online, you can make the birth chart. But do not give pictures of the people who are still alive, and give group pictures where some people are alive, some people are dead. Do not give this kind of pictures. So understand, Maheshwara Puja cannot be offered in advance. So do not give the people who are alive. You can participate as a participant. So what do you need to offer Maheshwara Puja? You can give up to 10 pictures of the departed souls when you are offering the Maheshwara Puja. There will be a form to upload the pictures. So if you want to offer the Maheshwara Puja, you can go ahead and make your offering. The link is projected here, and you can enter the details of your offering and upload the pictures. All these links we will also be posting in the chat, or you can reach out to us. The links are projected on the screen. Its gate is https://gateway@nithyananda-hinduuniversity.org/product/Maheshwara Puja. Now let's watch Cosmic Truths About Death. What leaves the body after death? What happens after natural death versus accident versus suicide? Let's understand, how does Maheshwara Puja help a departed soul? Does suicide in family affect next generations? Let's watch Swamiji's answers.
Nithyananda.
Go ahead, ma.
Swamiji, I just wanted to share something. This is not a question, but I actually went to Badrinath, to Brahmakapala, to do the Shraddha, to do the Pinda Tarpana for my ancestors a few years ago. They told me I cannot do it because I'm a female, and you have to be a male, and you have to be the eldest son in the family. So they have a lot of restrictions. So it's not very easy to do those, and I think the Maheshwara Puja, it's just we sit right here and it just happens. We don't have to worry about, and nowadays the roads are not even accessible very easily to these places.
No, not only that. You see, listen, in that rituals, in the 13, anything related to the dana women can do, like a godana, budana, swarnadana, vastradana, annadana and all. Rituals, basically women are not allowed to do in the later days of Hinduism. The post-Shankara time, the all rituals were banned for women. That is the reason this rule came. Okay. But originally in the Upanishads and Vedic period, there are records, women doing Shraddha and even last rites. There are tons and tons of records and enough of records. And even the Shraddha mantra, in Shraddha mantra, where the priest asks the person who is giving Shraddha to hold the rice and the til, he addresses male and female. Please understand, he addresses masculine and feminine. And there are at least few places we have enough references and enough of evidence where women were asked to give Shraddha and participate in the rituals. Now what you are saying that in Badri it is not happening is just recent times, maybe last 600, 700 years, the male chauvinistic. That is the reason the Shraddha was stopped for women. You guys take this reference and go and do Shraddha in Badri and tell them, my Guru is Mahamandaleshwar, he has given this reference. You tell whether this sutra is right or wrong.
Yes, Swamiji.
Is this sutra original? Is this mantra original?
Yes.
He says, yes, it is original. Then allow me to do Shraddha. That's all.
Yes.
Swamiji, Pitru Doshat Kaga Pandra Puja, Maheshwara Puja is the same?
Yes, it's one and the same.
Swamiji, what if we don't have any photos or any birth time?
No, I cannot do Maheshwara Puja. You have to have either birth chart or the photo. Without that, I won't be able to offer.
Swamiji,
go ahead.
While in Kailash, with you, we paid the tarpana, what are the...
Then I think that's enough.
That's enough. Okay, second is, when you say they will be relieved of all the, after the Maheshwara Puja, relieved of all the karmas. I thought it's only the incompletion.
All your karmas are actually incompletion.
Even the past life?
Yes. Okay. Even the need for breathing is an incompletion.
No, but my question is this. In the present life, there are the incompletions, let's say. But the karma is also from the previous life with somebody else.
In the past life incompletions only, you bring it as a karma in the present life also.
with the same soul?
May not be same souls, but the carrier is the same soul, na? Say, for example, past life you would have had a fight with your husband. This life you may be having a fight with your wife. But the pattern is same in as far as the recording inside as a karma.
Right, but it's like my father. I might have incompletions which I took care of in Kailasa.
That's all, that's enough.
Right, but his previous Jalma, what happens to that?
I say, when in the Kailasa, when we gave Shraddha and all, whatever is other baggage he has, that also will melt down because we have given it in an elaborate way. Don't worry.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Swamiji, you said 13 days, within 13 days if you give do Shraddha, the soul which is born will get released of all the karmas. And suppose he has taken another birth, and within that 13 days if we do the Maheshwara Puja, he will, in another body he will get enlightened and leave the body as well, or?
No, he will leave the body and he will not have karma. He will not take another one body, which means enlightenment.
Okay, but that life
no, that body which he has taken itself will be dead.
Okay.
The child will be dead within maybe 4 or 5 days.
Even if it's a healthy baby, the moment you have done your Maheshwar Puja,
So the milk he drank, he will digest for 3 or 4 days, and that's all.
How about the incompletion that the parents have towards the children?
Each soul is an individual soul, and their journey matters. They will have another one kid, that's all. The individual soul's journey is more important than any relationship related thing. That comes as first priority. Second only this.
Swami, ஒரு சின்ன சந்தேகங்க. What happens if the 13 days passes away?
If the 13 days is passed, I won't be able to liberate that child immediately. The further accumulation of the karma and the incompletions can be reduced. Life will be better without the influence of this load. That's all. But immediately the child cannot be liberated and all.
So if something happens, we have to do it within 13 days.
Soul will leave the body. It will not take one more birth. I'll cut the U-Haul service. Not only that, even if the road when I am traveling, if a dead body is being taken, that's all. Anything falls into my breathing space, even without knowledge, by accident, means when I am driving, there is an accident in the road and the body is still there, means over. That fellow is liberated. He can't have one more body. Because the U-Haul service will be disconnected. My breathing space is such, all U-Haul service will be disconnected. Means the karma carrying umbilical cord will be disconnected. So that cannot survive in my breathing space.
So Swamiji, all the bodies that when we are sitting in Manikarnika Ghat,
whole thing is liberated. Whole thing is liberated. Yes. All these fellows are liberated.
At least 40-50 were there.
More than that.
Swamiji, when I was in Hardwar, there was a sadhu who was on the bridge, and I put some money under his coat, or his blanket, and I realized that night that he was dying. So I went back the next day, and I checked on him, and he was almost dead. And when I put the mala, I took off my mala, and I put it on the top of his head. He shuddered, and he died.
It is good. It means you liberated him. You helped him to free. You put him in connection with me before he was dead. That's good. Go ahead.
Swamiji, you said the souls, even as long as they're in their breathing space, they get liberated. So does that mean it only can happen in your physical presence around your breathing space?
No. In my physical presence happens. When I connect with them also, that they become part of my physical presence.
Okay, so Swamiji, let's say we have a deity which has been done prana pratishtha or your paduka which represents your presence there. So if
that will not be able to have such a strong radiation over a human being, because that being has to connect with it.
Okay.
In my case, he doesn't need to connect. I myself can be actively involved in it. A deity will not actively involve. It will only wait passively, and whoever comes will be gracing. the Markandeya was active. So that person who is dying, if the person is active, the deity can do the job. Go ahead. Where?
Swamiji, if a person does suicide in your physical space, then?
No. If a person commits suicide, even in my physical presence, I will not be able to help. Because it is a abusal. You are fighting against God. When you asked and He gave you the body and you destroying it is directly fighting against the cosmos. So nobody can help you.
Swamiji.
Nobody can help the person who commits suicide, even in my physical presence.
Swamiji, even animals assume a new body within 3 seconds, other than human beings.
No. Animals, when they evolve only, they assume a human body. That also happens within 3 seconds.
Swamiji, if the body wants to, if the soul, which has been born in a new baby, if you have liberated it, if it still wants to hold on to a body, get a new body?
No, it won't want to. When the karma baggage is not there, it will feel free and just jump out. Who wants to be inside the body when there is no karma baggage?
Swamiji, how is it then with enlightened babies getting born? Babies, enlightened children getting born, they don't have karma, right? So why do they keep their body?
No, that is incarnations. It's not that. Normally all the children are born enlightened. No.
They need karma to retain the body.
Yes.
Swamiji, in the back.
Even in our end pregnancy, we bring a possibility for enlightenment more. Babies themselves are not completely enlightened. The possibility for enlightenment is more. And they are brought up in such a way that when they grow up, they will become enlightened. That's not that they are already enlightened when they assume the body. Next.
Swamiji, I already done the Maheshwara Puja through Swamiji to my parents. Still I want to do one more time. Can I do?
That is up to you. You can.
Thank you.
Swamiji here. In the presence of energized padukas or deity or any object, if the person is leaving the body, can it be? Will it become
See
less
what
painful?
I am saying? No. That person, if he actively connects with me, I can do, but not that his feeling connection doesn't exist. See, when it happens in my physical presence, that person's active connection is not required. I'll do the active job. But in the Padukandal, that person has to be actively connecting it.
Will it be less painful for the?
Surely. Not only less painful, even liberation can happen.
Thank you so
much. If
much.
that person is actively connecting.
Thank you.
Swamiji, the children who they die within a day or two of their birth, that means are they getting liberated or they will be?
Yes, they will get liberated.
Within 13 days, because as you said that karma
they
baggage.
They won't have the karma baggage.
Okay.
So immediately liberation only.
Okay. Thank you.
Swamiji, I wanted to share one experience. When I did my first Maheshwara Puja for my dad, since my dad died about 10-15 years ago, I didn't do any tarpana. That was a deep guilt in me that I should have done, but I didn't do. But that was an opportunity to perform the Maheshwara Puja. When I did the Maheshwara Puja and when you put your food in your mouth, I felt that something dropped from me, a huge weight. I physically, it was like a gross feeling that something left me. Because I had doubt also. How could this be liberating my dad and all that I was having? Because only 3 kshanas you need for you to take the next body. Since he died about 15 years ago, how could that happen? And all those things was running in my mind. When I did that, I felt that this was more than what I would ever imagine to do. Thank you, Swamiji.
Swamiji, one more question. Do the karmic laws affect incarnation the same way as they affect human beings?
No.
So incarnation can never accumulate bad karma?
No. It doesn't touch me.
Oh.
Then?
I don't know, I'm just asking because some people thought you face so much harassment and all that is not because of any bad karma.
Now you are also harassing me. What can I do? That is not because of my bad karma. I decided to be patient and answer you, that's all.
I have a question about in medicine, like assisted suicide. Is that also bad? Like,
yes, suicide is bad in every angle. The Vedic tradition, Hinduism does not accept suicide in any form.
So even if the person's like suffering, you shouldn't do that.
Even if the person should be kept alive with all possible available scientific inventions, discoveries as long as possible.
And if
doctors should not do euthanasia.
Yeah.
Mercy killing, doctors should not do. At least for all my disciples, I tell you guys, even if you do mercy killing, you will be prosecuted for murder in the cosmos.
Okay. All right.
So never ever do that.
Okay.
Never ever do that. Yes. All doctors, please do not, never encourage mercy killing, never be part of the mercy killing. Don't even be a passive partner in that mercy killing process. Cosmos records it as a murder. So even if your country law accepts, cosmic law doesn't accept, so you step aside. You tell them, my religion does not agree with this. For religious reason, I will not approve or encourage, be part of it. You be very clear about it and step aside. It is straight murder. It is straight murder. Nothing can be done. If somebody is attempting suicide, that will be hanging as a ghost forever till that natural time of moving to the next body comes. Accident, he will not have suffering because he is not destroyed himself.
I'd like to participate in this Swamiji in the puja, but I won't be able to sit on the floor. Is it all right for me to sit on the chair?
You see, the Shraddha, it's a ground ritual where the food is supposed to be spread on the floor and offered. Okay. That is why.
Okay, thank you.
Sitting on the floor will be as important as I need a photograph.
Can I offer the puja to my husband's grandparents who I've never met?
Whom you never met? Yes, yes, you can offer.
I had two questions. One, is there a Hindu position on organ transplants, lung transplant, heart transplant?
The Hinduism is very clear, it accepts organ transplants.
Okay. Second, what about hospice care? If a patient is dying and wants to just take
hospice care is accepted in Hindu tradition, it is encouraged.
Okay. Thank you.
As much as possible, the patient should be kept alive.
Swamiji, how about aborted life?
Aborted
life.
Actually, life enters only when the baby is coming out of the mother's womb. In that 3 seconds only life enters. When the baby tastes this prana, the breathing, the breath of the world, only at that time life enters. So inside the heart beating and all is an extension of mother's heart, mother's life.
Thank you.
In one body, please understand, inside one body, two lives cannot exist.
Swamiji, there is a condition of newborn baby where the kidneys are not developed, so the lung is also not developed. So the baby is put on the breathing machine support, and the whatever 24 to 30 hours the baby was there on the support. So there is not a clear, we were unable to see whether even adding a blood pressure support medication for a low BP, whether will prolong the baby's life or not, because the lung is not developed, so the baby is going downhill on the breathing machine support, which is considered maximum for the breathing aspect.
So you have done everything best and then baby dies, no problem. But anywhere you lack, it is murder. That's all.
We were not sure at the time whether even adding the blood pressure support medicine.
No, what I am saying, you had certain medical intelligence. With that, honestly, you supported only life.
Okay.
That's all.
Sure.
That ends.
Swamiji, one more question. The brainstem death which we certify.
Even then, the body should be kept as much as possible.
Because after the group of specialists certify the brainstem death, they actually withdraw the breathing machine support and all the medications. So, is it considered?
Even that should not be done.
Okay.
Till the heart settles by itself.
Okay.
Should be supported.
So, brainstem death is not considered a natural.
No.
Okay.
It's not death.
Okay. Thank you.
It's only a type of a karana sharira, the coma, causal coma.
Yeah.
Now, let's await and welcome the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let's sit with a deep space of gratitude to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let's chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। अथ पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्। अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः। अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा। अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः। तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी। निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः। द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्। न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम। ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः। मनः षट्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति। शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्। क्षोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते। उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः। यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः। यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्। गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्।
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.